Hello, good morning and good evening, everyone. My name is Charles from Rockwell Automations. So today my topic is about sustainable digital productivities. So thank you for choosing for arrange these presentations. Thank you. So next slide, please. I've been in this industry many years, and recently I can see a lot of challenge facing in the manufacturing industry. First of all, in manpower resources, especially in Taiwan, I can see a lot of experienced engineer retired, or they are difficult to hire new engineer. Digitalizations, a lot of company, maybe the plant has been built like more than 20 years, a lot of brownfield plant in everywhere. So there are a lot of production is based on standalone machines that they are not connected and difficult to get different data to do optimizations. And recently, a lot of new initiative like environmental protections, energy saving, like ESG is a very hot topic in Taiwan. And without digitalizations, I think it's hard for them to move forward for this kind of new initiative. And also the last challenge I can see very common, especially in the last couple of years, cybersecurity. In the old days, cybersecurity may be just about IT level, maybe just about firewall. But actually nowadays, I can see a lot of cyber attack is not just from the IT level. It may be from the manufacturing level, from the machine level, from the PLC, from everywhere. So I can see there's some challenge in the last couple of years, very common in Taiwan or even globally. Next slide, please. Through the conversations of most of my customer, I can see they are very interested in some topics, especially in these 6 topics. First, very common, they would like to get data from different kind of systems so that they would like to know what is the correlations with each others. To do that, I think the only way is to do the standardizations. And the other is about empowerment. They would like to get more insight about the data they got it from the plant, because it's very complicated. Different systems have different data. How they do, how the engineer can find out what is the real meaning and how to do the optimizations, how to improve their productions. Paperless, they would like to get more data in a reliable way. They don't want everything put it in a paper and then record it, and they would like to do it in an electronic way. So also, especially in last 2 years, COVID-19 pandemic everywhere, and so a lot of machines maybe in the States and the engineer in Taiwan, they are facing challenge like how to do it remotely support by AR. Compliance, as I mentioned, they are like the ESG topic, like the energy saving or carbon footprint. They would like to follow kind of standards, and without digitalization, they may be facing a lot of challenge. Also, like scalability, a lot of companies would like to expand their business. Unfortunately, when they try to repeat the business, even in the same country or outside of Taiwan, they find that it's really hard to expand the business and how to scale up it. So those are, I would say, it's about how to sustainable digital productivity about. And I would say to do that, the best way is to do the digital transformations. So those 6 topics are very common in Taiwan, which a lot of customers facing, talk to me about how to do the plant better and in the future what they are looking like. So next slide, please. So first of all, I talk about standardizations. Standardizations, actually, as I mentioned, that they would like, a lot of customers say, I would like to get data from everywhere, from a lot of different kind of systems. Like they would like, one of the example very common is like energy saving. They would like to do energy saving. In the old days, they may focus in particular chiller or particular production line and try to optimize it. But in the real world, in the real factory, it's not just one production line, it's not just single chiller. It may be over 10 or even hundreds of chiller in the plant, and they would like to see what is the relationship between each chiller. What can they do to optimize it in a system way? What about in production, in different kind of product production? Is it how to optimize their energy saving? And what about in different temperature, like in summer, they are in different seasons, in summer or in winter, are they using the same kind of technologies to do energy saving? Actually, to optimize the system, or no matter it's engineering saving, it cannot depend on one single system data. So they find one system data is not enough. They would like to find other relationships. That's why standardization is a very important, and I would suggest the customer to do it. Second, about the manpower, as I mentioned, that Taiwan is facing a challenge for manpower resources. I would suggest the company build up a company level on the library code in modular base, so that different system can repeat using the same module to build up the whole factory's program. Instead of standalone machines, different program. And the immediate reason is I can see a lot of my customer facing a challenge is when particular expert or experienced engineer left the company or retired or the whole team gone, so their production stuck and the machines cannot move at all. So normally facing this kind of situation is because they don't have a good standardization in their company. I will give some example in next couple of slide and share what we would suggest to do. So like in the old days, the engineer may focus in particular machines or particular production line, focusing on the coding. And actually, nowadays I would recommend the owner to consider put yourself on their shoes. Let them focus on their professions, not just maintain one particular system, not just do the coding, but how to do that in a modular base so that they can keep it, like I said, build up a library in the company so that the company own the code, and so they can just like a simple configurations to do the maintenance or put a new production line. So that is what a lot of manufacturing, especially like international company, they are moving in this direction. A lot of big company like I'm working with, they are all in this direction to try to standardize with simplify all the coding without everyone just doing the coding. They focus on more detail, more value things. And next slide, please. Actually, it's about all standardization is about enablement. Digital transformations, I think the most value is enable the engineer can do more stuff, not just repeatable or tedious job doing every day, routine job doing every day, so that they have a platform to get the engineer understand what is the real status, what is the data, what can they minimize their impact or downtime, how to let them know the insight for all the data coming. I have two examples coming up in next two slides, so that is a real example from my customer, so I can show you what we'll do in the real world. Next slide, please, Ricky. Thank you. So this is from a chemical plant. Thanks for the AI and machine learning. In the old days, we may depend on an expert engineer to see how's the machines going, how the system go. If the experienced engineer or expert, they may easy to find out what is the potential root cause, potential problems. But actually, it depends on particular engineer. I would say now a lot of my customer system, they would depends on how the system provide them real data and do the build a model so that they can do the analysis more easily instead of all depends on experience. So what happened to find the potential problem, it may not, there's like 10 data related for the whole system. Like this chemical data plant, they made more than 10 data. So AI helping them, the machine learning helping them to build a model so that they can see, oh, that is the potential root cause, and they don't need to depend on particular engineer because the system can tell them what may happen in the futures, what kind of predictive maintenance they need to do. So next slide, please, a more detailed example for this case. Like in here, my customer doing a smart valve system, helping the chemical plant doing like through the data, they think that they may relate it to this system. So they put it in X data in here, input to the modules, so that they can clearly find out what is the potential problem in the overall system. They can proactively know, oh, the bedding may be going wrong in next 2 weeks, so that they need to buy the spare part, or even they know the kind of piping, they have some trouble coming up, and they can predict that, oh, it may be need to have a downtime, so they can predictive for the downtime so that they're well managed instead of suddenly downtime and everyone run through to the system and solve the problem. So it's like the AI and machine learning helping them to monitor the status for all the equipment in this whole system. Next slide, please. As I mentioned in AR, what I said, like in pandemic situations, the engineer don't need to go to the site. They can remotely through AR to do a lot of remote support, maintenance job, so that they can save the time, save the travel. And actually AR not just helping like kind of remote support. I will show you example in next slide. Wiki, please go to the next slide. A real example, what have been done in a factory. The engineer or operator just wear the glass, HoloLens, or even an iPad. They can simply like check the status or what they should do in each area. Remind the operator or engineer to do what kind of checking they need to do, and they keep working in the plant so that they can know all the status for the machines and all is live real-time data. And when they keep working, even like the piping information, what kind of chemical pipe, what kind of chemical inside the pipe, different kind of pipe, and what kind of direction. So without these AR technologies, they just walk in the site and they know they don't have enough information to make the judgment or what they can do. So you can see when they keep working, all the machines data, real-time data showing, or even some piping under the ground, under the floor. They know what is direction, what type of piping in the factory running. So even sometimes they will like have trouble going on, and they will like to see the manual. They don't need to go back to get a paper manual. Just click a button. They can see, oh, that is how to do the maintenance job, or how to have an emergency case, what they do. So many can pop up in the glass and they can see that immediately. So next slide, please. That's my last slide. I think this the last but not the least is like about cybersecurity. Especially in the last couple of years, I can see many people starting to focus in this topic, because no matter how much you invest in the automations, no matter like more than 10 millions in AI or in automations, without a well-developed cybersecurity system, you may just, even the price don't stop. Just go to Google. You can see a lot of example happening in last couple of years. And the attack, I mentioned that not just from the IT level. Nowadays, a lot of attack, like even from the PLC level, from the machine level, just like workstations in the operator through the USB port, they can see the attack will come from there. And my suggestion for cybersecurity, don't just focus in the IT level. You need to have a solution which have a total solution combined with IT, OT, so that you can monitor all the legwork in the plant, from IT level to the operation level, so that any attack coming from different level, you can fully prevent it, or even know how to solve the problem, and so that they can know how to prevent the attack in the futures. So that's why cybersecurity, I would say, not just in IT level anymore. It will be a total solution combined with OT level. That is today my sharing. Thank you for everyone. Thank you very much.